Welcome back to baseball here at Schoonover Stadium. Tyler Henry alongside Dan Griffin as we get set for the home half of inning number 1. Richie Dell with a heck of a pickoff move over to first to catch Adam Fallon leaning, and that will put Kent State up to bat for the first time today. The man they will face is Peyton Wilson. Again, this is a pitching staff that top to bottom has struggled. Wilson is the second best option as a starter. This is not kind of one of those spot starts, but you look at his numbers this year, a 9.2 ERA for him so far this season, 19 strikeouts, 23 walks, and guys are hitting .339 off of him so far this year. But we've already seen one guy in Gage Shank yesterday with that 6.34 ERA who kind of exceeded expectations, and this Kent State lineup is going to have to find a way to get the job done. But a great opportunity here for a lineup that really started producing at the end of yesterday, and it will look awfully similar. Kyle Jackson leads things off from third base. He'll be followed by Justin Kirby, the right fielder, catcher Justin Mickness, and first baseman Aiden Longwell is your cleanup hitter today. In the 5-hole and playing short is Mike McNamara, followed by second baseman Mac Timbrook, center fielder Colin Matthews, left fielder Josh Johnson, and bringing up the rear, it's the DH today, Nick Elson. Second offering will miss outside here to Kyle Jackson, who just continues finding ways to get on base. Danny extended his on-base streak to 26 games yesterday, a chance to make it a cool 27 if he can do it again today. He will swing at the third pitch he sees, skies this high in the air out to right center field, and it's easy enough work for Kraus out in center, who gloves it for out number 1.
Just got under that. You'd like to see him drive that ball a little bit more, but you can see early on this ball is carrying out to the outfield, really.
Yeah, as you would expect. I mean, again, the precipitation has started to come down a little bit. It was snowing this morning. It's kind of alternated between snow and rain, and this game originally slated to start at 1 p.m., got bumped up to 2, and at least as far as the forecast says, we should be able to get through the evening without too much coming down on us. But again, you never know with the weather of Northeast Ohio as Justin Kirby steps to the plate. First pitch to Kirby will come right back into the zone for strike 1. And Justin Kirby hit a home run yesterday. I'm still not convinced has landed.
No, that was a tank.
I mean, at a certain point, you hit it high and far enough, it's just going to continue drifting into the atmosphere. As this is called strike 2, and Kirby in a bit of a hole here to start his at bat.
Just kind of getting a read here on Wilson, and can dig in and be a 2-strike hitter. We've seen him battle back, and it's been this short, quick swing that's worked well for Justin here during this streak that has seen him homer 4 times in the last 5 games.
Yep, he has had good power numbers here, but again, for Kent State, trying to be patient against the starting pitcher with more walks than strikeouts to his name on the year. The righty kicks and fires, and that ball is going to be taken well into left field. That'll chase Fallon all the way back to the fence. He looks up, and it is gone. Solo shot for Justin Kirby. The Flashes are on the board, and the recent power surge for Justin Kirby continues. Another home run on his ledger here in the last couple of weeks.
And again, a short, quick swing. It's just that compact power. This is a dude that can deadlift 600 pounds.
Goodness.
So the power transfer is not the issue with him. The power is going to be generated from just the athletic specimen that he is, and he's short and quick to the ball and drives it over the 385 sign.
Yep, so an absolute blast there for Kent State. That'll bring up the catcher in Justin Mickness. And before we go any further, let's introduce you to the Bowling Green defense. Behind the plate, that'll be Kyle Gurney. And then around the horn, Adam Furness at first, Justin Fugit at second. Ryan Johnston, your shortstop today. Over at third at the hot corner is Nathan Rose. And then Adam Fallon in left, Jack Krause in center, and Nathan Archer moving over to right field. The first pitch to Mickness will be in there for a called strike.
And I can't say how important it is to grab an early lead in a condensed 7-inning game. Remember, it's 7 innings for this first one, unless it goes extras, then a full 9 the second time. Everything kind of gets condensed a little bit, and this is like grabbing a lead in the 3rd or 4th inning.
Well, and that's another advantage of having your ace on the hill here. I mean, we have seen at times this year, Richie Dell, he's been able to extend himself and go deep into games. So trying to preserve your bullpen after you had to go 3 pitchers deep yesterday. As Mickness gets caught swinging at a ball right around his shoelaces, and he'll cut through that for the first strikeout of the outing for Peyton Wilson. So another down here, 2 away in the inning, but that does bring Aiden Longwell to the dish here. Longwell able to get Kent State going yesterday. He had
a walk and a base knockoff, I believe.
Yep, sure did. I mean, again, for Kent State, the final 3 innings weren't the problem yesterday. Everybody contributed to the late comeback that came up just short. First pitch to him here, and that's going to be a called strike on the outer half.
Wilson's MO looks to be just kind of slower, and then try to sneak that fastball by you.
Yeah, he's tried to breeze it by guys a couple of times, but I'll tell you what, you do not want to leave that up to anybody in the Kent State lineup. We've already seen a couple of balls deposited over that left field fence today.
Well, we've seen what Justin Kirby will do if you leave something up into the zone, and unless it's like 90 plus, you're not going to really blow it by him.
Yeah, got to be awfully cautious here, as Wilson from the windup will deliver the pitch, and this time he misses just a little bit further outside to make it a 2-1 count on Longwell.
Good eye there by Longwell. Is Wilson and this entire BG staff has been pitching away from these Kent State hitters so far this series.
We talked about it yesterday, as this ball will miss around the knees. I mean, even after kind of a down day yesterday, Kent State comes into this game with 6 guys in the lineup batting 300 or better. And again, that is not a small sample size for the Flashes, as a walk will be issued here to Aiden Longwell. This is game number 24 for Kent State, as conference play really starts to heat up. And good patient hitting there for Aiden Longwell. He is aboard with 2 away for Mike McNamara. Love the way this lineup is formulated for Kent State. You got the Justins back-to-back with Kirby and Nickness, and then you've got the Mike and Mac show here with Mike McNamara up, Mac Timbrook in the hole.
And it's a good lefty-righty balance until the bottom part of the lineup when it's 3 straight righties. But Jackson's left-handed, Kirby's right-handed, Mick and Longwell left-handed, Mike McNamara's right-handed, and then you go lefty-right one more time with Timbrook and Matthews.
Yeah, it really does throw pitchers off, but at the same time, if you get into your bullpen, you can't use the specialists for a stretch of 2 or 3 guys in a row with the same handedness, and that's kind of a luxury at the collegiate level. You don't always get a chance to do that. Some lineups do have to go righty or lefty heavy just to get their best guys at the top.
Well, absolutely. I mean, college baseball's got 200 some odd teams. Everybody's carrying 30 some odd guys. I mean, there's a finite number of college baseball players.
There certainly are, as this ball's fouled away, and the count goes 2-1 here on McNamara.
But if nothing else, this is going to be the 19th pitch here for Wilson so far this evening. And it is a short game. You'd figure most guys are going to go 4 or 5 innings, but try to ramp up the pitch count early, never a bad idea.
Next offering to McNamara, and that ball is smoked into the alley. That's going to get down, and it'll one hop to the fence. We'll see how aggressive they want to get with Longwell, and they will wave him. Throw comes in. The cutoff is deep in the outfield, and there won't even be a throw. It is an RBI double for Mike McNamara, and the Flashes are ahead here 2-0 in inning number 1.
Great piece of hitting there by Mac, as that was a ball on the outer half, and rather than trying to pull it, he just shot it the other way, and it kind of one-hop that College World Series sign in right center, and with 2 outs, Longwell was off to the races.
Well, and that, to be fair, it's also the first ball that Mike McNamara has put in play at any point in this series. He had 4 plate appearances yesterday. He was hit by a pitch. He walked and struck out twice, and he is in scoring position as Kent State looks to keep the line moving with Mac Timbrook at the plate.
Saw him as a defensive replacement yesterday, but he's a guy that when he gets hot, he's like Kyle Jackson, can get on in a multitude of ways, especially with his speed.
First pitch to him, a fastball misses up, and the count starts off at 1-0 on the Flash's second baseman. And you're right, I mean, the other advantage for Kent State with all of this talent, if they do need late in the game to bring guys in to pinch hit, they've got so many good options still left on that bench.
Connor Ashby and Jake Casey not getting the start today. Peyton Penning was in the lineup yesterday. He's a left-handed bat you can call on off the bench. There's a multitude of matchups that are at Coach Duncan's disposal.
Kent State rocking this has to be one of my favorite jersey combinations. They've got the cream pinstripes, the navy numerals trimmed in gold, Kent State across the front. Bowling Green comes out in the gray pants, brown tops, with the orange numerals trimmed in white.
I like the BG uniforms. It's basically the BG equivalent of the Kent State Varsity K, where you've got the BG Falcon on the left side. It's just your traditional button-down jersey. It's a clean look, and I appreciate that I can see the numbers.
Always a broadcaster's dream. 2-0 pitch. That'll get across for a called strike. I think they're definitely an upgrade from yesterday's, the gray jerseys with kind of the brown sleeve. It was an interesting look for BG.
It's your traditional road gray. It was just an odd color combination.
Yeah, the sleeves are kind of what throws it off. But hey, if it leads them to 15 hits, you can't really complain about the jerseys.
No, sir.
This ball's going to be chopped down the first base line. It'll be scooped up deep. There will be a charge to the bag, but able to get there and step on it in time is Peyton Wilson, and that will end the bottom of the first. But not before Kent State scores 2 runs thanks to Justin Kirby and Mike McNamara. The Flashes lead it 2-0 as we head to inning number 2. You're watching Kent State baseball on GFTV.